Hello and welcome to the not final stream, obviously streaming will forever go on, but this is the final university stream, and it's not the final build stream because we still got some work to do, and we've only got like 2 weeks to do it, so that's interesting. But this is the final one on the digital module. So I have this lukewarm cup of tea. I have a dog in the background. He is sleeping as per fucking usual. Yes, he's a beautiful little boy. Yeah. Okay, so what I meant to be doing. Oh, I got a sheet. Probably should use that. I have like a sheet of things I am meant to cover. I don't know where I put it. The organisation will stay the same no matter what. Oh, is that it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, we got a sheet. It's a sheet of evaluation pointers, right? So like, this is what I've got to cover in this. Everybody else is obviously writing it. I speaking it as usual. Okay, so number 1, and yeah, I'm totally gonna read these out. I've got rubbish all over the floor. I need to empty my bin bag and get a new bin bag in place and all that. Right, so how effectively does my branding communicate my unique creative identity, values and style, and is it consistent across all platforms? Well, having worked on it quite a lot this year, I just get really happy with my branding at the minute. The change from the original geometric tree with the frog down to just the frog made it cleaner. Adding my like business name to the main logo kind of gives you an idea of what I do. Like, it's clues in the name, Gothrock Art. And the logo has now been uploaded to all platforms. I don't know if I've uploaded the newest pink version to all platforms because I've been having some issues with Illustrator as per usual, but they are definitely all the frog logo with the gradient blob in the background. So yes, it is now consistent across all platforms. Does it communicate my unique creative identity? I think so, because when I had somebody give me feedback on my website, they said that you could tell that it was like that kind of gothic, dark end of art. And although when you meet me, I'm very like colourful, I've also been described as scary and full on and accused of bullying. So yeah, I think we're good. I think we've got that one covered. Okay, number 2. Is the visual design and user experience of my website online portfolio intuitive, engaging and reflective of my creative expertise? Yes, it's a single page. It's got some images on it. It's definitely reflective of my digital expertise. Yeah, no, it's got some different images of like work I have done. So I do think it gets the idea across. The user experience is very easy. Everybody that I have sent a link to look at the website has said that it all works fine. There's no like issues with text wraparound where you have a word ending on one line like halfway through and continuing on the other. All of that has been fixed. My Instagram gets updated semi-regularly at the minute. It gets updated more regularly when I'm not trying to get an exhibition finished in 2 weeks. But even so, I have been putting up images of the exhibition. My Facebook does tend to get a little bit neglected, mostly because I have not yet set it to dark mode, so it's really bright on my Gothrock side, but it's there, and my Ko-fi is now fully set up along with the subscription tiers, which I will be pushing at the end of the exhibition. So I will start pushing the Ko-fi side of things, because I love Twitch. I do not make money from Twitch. I lose money from Twitch because the amount of money that I put into the projects that I do on here far outweighs the amount of money I get from being on here, even with my beautiful ads and everything else. So gonna be pushing the Ko-fi. I did look at Patreon, but I think Ko-fi is a better platform at the minute. There's a lot of people saying Patreon's not good, so that's interesting. And yeah, I could do it through my website, but Ko-fi is actually easier. How well does my website online portfolio showcase my best work, and does it cater to my target audience's needs and preferences? I mean, the first thing you see when you go onto my website is my logo followed by my work. So it does showcase my best work. I've put a couple of images up from the 2D work for this exhibition. And obviously once the exhibition's set up, there'll be images from that going on there. Does it cater to my target audience's needs and preferences? They can see my work, and there are links to contact me. I don't really know. I mean, my target audience is anybody who would like to buy my art. Buy my art, please. I'm poor. I'm a poor struggling artist. Hey, I joined a union today. Anyway, how well? As far as showcasing my work, I love it for that. As far as catering to my target audience's needs, I have made sure it is fully accessible, barring I've not been able to double check on a screen reader yet. I've just not had time, honestly, and that will be checked to make sure it reads through properly. And I don't have image descriptions purely because I haven't figured out how to add them, but there will be image descriptions once I figured it out. So yes, I think it, although it doesn't necessarily fully cater at the moment, I have checked with dyslexic people, I have checked with various neurodivergent people to make sure that it is accessible. So needs and preferences, yes. Number 4. Does the written content and descriptions on my website and social media platforms accurately convey my skills, experiences and creative process? My website doesn't at all, but that's why I have Twitch and I have Instagram. Twitch definitely 100% conveys my skills. Like, we have a lot of like streams where I sit here and show you how we do everything, how to do it on a budget, how to do it more ethically, eco-friendly, sustainably. So definitely skills and experiences and creative process on here. Instagram, again, I upload quite a lot of photos of like the processes. There are photos on there of this exhibition in its various stages. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes, I have fully covered that section. Right, number 5. This is on the second half of the page. How effective are my social media channels in promoting my work, engaging with my target audience, and networking with other professionals in my field? I have no idea how to answer this one. How effective are they? Well, I've had absolutely no work come through Instagram channel at all. Most of the work I've had has come from people I know, word of mouth, that kind of thing. My work definitely engages with my target audience. This definitely engages with my target audience. And although it isn't as big as I would like, I mean, we've got 57 followers on Twitch, with 400 and something on Instagram. And nowhere near that on Facebook, but again, it's something that I haven't put a lot of work into. I'm hoping once I've sat with Kay, who hopefully will be taking over as my manager, and discussed what we need to do and when we need to do it, that will become a thing where I will have dedicated time to push the art and get the website to the point where it's an actual sales website. I don't really want to sell online, but it's got to be done. And now that we're looking at doing prints of my work, and I've got places I can get prints done, and I've got places I can get postcards done and things like that, then it'll start being done. So my social media channels, semi-effective. I'm gonna go with semi-effective, because I don't get work from them, but I do get to talk to a lot of other professionals. So how am I staying current with industry trends, best practices and emerging technologies to continuously improve and adapt my creative professional practice? Shall I tell you? Okay, right. Firstly, I now have a very rudimentary idea of how to use Illustrator. That was a thing that we never thought would happen. Me and my, no, I'm not a digital artist, no, it's fine. Obviously Twitch as well, which there's still buttons, I don't know what they do. And I have been working on Photoshop to get the settings right for the prints for the exhibitions, so I am starting to get an extremely rudimentary grasp of how Photoshop works, and it's a long way towards being any good, but that's my way of kind of working towards that. I watch a lot of tutorials, YouTube, Domestika, Creative Bug, a few other places, to improve myself. I am self-taught, 100% self-taught. Yes, I've been to art school. Yes, I have an art HND, and you know, I am a fine artist, but it is 70 to 80% self-taught. So my way of keeping on with my continuing professional development is to... That's the next question. Ignore that. So kind of learning how to do all the digital stuff is helping me stay current with the industry trends. Having a website, which is again something I never thought I'd actually do, dedicated email address, these are all the way I am staying current with industry trends. And then on top of that, if you add on to the fact that I run a sustainable, ethical, fully traceable art company, if you ask me about any single media used in any of my pieces, I can tell you what it is, where it came from, whether it was recycled, whether I had to buy it new, but it's refillable, it's sustainable, it's ethical. That's part of my best practices as well. Like, that's a key part of what I am and who I am as an artist, is to kind of keep on top of that practice. Emerging technologies, kind of, yeah. So obviously the Remarkable, that's an emerging technology. It's my e-ink kind of portable notebook stroke sketchbook, so I guess that's emerging technology, so I've been learning how to sketch on that. Graphics tablet, I do have a graphics tablet, and today I will be paying for a new graphics tablet, so that I can kind of do some more work with graphics tablets. Mostly the posters, everything else, don't stress, I will still be, it will still never replace pencil and paper for me. It's just something about it. But again, adapting, being able to do pencil and paper, like, I never thought I would do graphite sketches, but because I have been constantly changing my best practices and looking at the best way to be sustainable, I have been doing things on recycled paper with using pencil rather than pen. So yeah, I think that I am trying to stay current, while simultaneously making sure that my focus in the actual pieces themselves are either something I am passionate about or something I have a keen interest in, such as the horror, such as the ethical and ecological issues surrounding art, media, and Transformers and everything else like that. So yeah, number 7. In what ways am I actively seeking feedback and opportunities for growth through mentorship, peers, collaborations, or professional development programs to enhance my creative practice? I mentioned this already by accident. Firstly, I have a circle of friends who are all artists. Petite Painter, Crystal Callis, Kerry Robery. Sorry, I am so bad with names. I'm just gonna, I'm not name dropping, I'm giving you the people I get feedback from. It's important, I find, to know who it is you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, Kerry Robery, Kim Tillman, you know, I have like this circle of people, Jonathan Palmer, Odd Minds Artist Forum. These are all the people that I would go to for feedback on anything ever. They helped me with the colour on my website, specifically Kerry Robery with the muddiness that I originally had and changing the colours. Collaborations wise, I am still waiting to hear about a collaboration that started as part of uni work and was meant to continue, and nothing's really happened. But that's not me, that's them. And again, professional development programs, like I said, Creative Bug and Domestika, YouTube, like keeping up with a lot of artists through YouTube, Chloe Rose Art, Jazza, like Mira Byler, people like that who have different techniques to what I do. Bill makes stuff, does some fantastic scratch building. Nick Zametti, who's like a woodworker and wood turner. These all in some way affect how I do things and have changed how I do things. They have had like a positive influence on my work, how I maybe sketch things, how I look at different media. A lot of the times it's eye rolling and going, why are you using acrylic paint? But it's that constant kind of like, okay, well, is there another thing they can use instead of acrylic paint? Can I look into that? That, you know, yeah, so as far as continuing professional development is concerned, it's constant. And because I am, like I said, 80% self-taught, like I am constantly trying to learn more and more things to improve myself, because I know I'm self-taught. And I've always said I'm not great at drawing. When it comes to 3D work, I will see it in my head, I will build it, and then I will probably sketch it afterwards if a sketch is required. A lot of the 2D work, it gets a very basic thumbnail and then I go straight into the finished piece. I don't really sketch. And that's something I'm trying to work on, is that sketching process before I just jump straight into a finished piece. And maybe if I did that, I wouldn't have ruined a piece the other day. So yeah, my professional development to enhance my creative practice, I think that the constant learning, the constant striving to get a better education and a better knowledge of what I'm doing, is a huge part of that, and I like to think that I am constantly doing that. And just by doing these Twitch streams and talking to you guys and getting your feedback on things helps me to become a better artist, because you will say, you know, well, can we do it with this item? Can I make it with this? Like, so we've got the £10 budget challenge coming up, where I went into Flying Tiger and bought art supplies for £10. After that, we've got the things around my house stream, where we're going to make art with what you would find in, not my house, we're going to go to my sister's house for that one, and see what we can make just based with stuff around the house. And again, that's constantly enhancing my practice, because I then learn where my limitations are, and where maybe I need to work on things. So it's a constant learning process, I think, is what I'm trying to say. So that's cool. Number 8, how am I balancing my online presence and offline networking opportunities to create a well-rounded and effective professional brand, and what strategies can I use to further enhance my overall creative practice? I don't have an offline network. I avoid all things to do with being off. I don't do it. I'm so bad. Like, I'm happy to sit here and do my Twitch streams. I'm happy to do my Facebook and my Instagram and push it that way. Offline network, there are offline networking opportunities here. There's the LCB depot. They do like a networking event. There's one happening tonight, and had my business cards been ready, I'd have been going to it. But I avoid people. I am hoping to start going to conventions as an art trader. I think that will help out with the whole well-rounded professional brand. But for now, like a lot of neurodivergent artists, I am happy to hide in my little artist space making art. It's a thing. It's a huge thing as well. There's so many people who are just like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go and network. I just want to sit and make art. This is what I'm always saying. I just want to sit and make art. And then if that art makes other people happy, then cool. If it doesn't make other people happy, well, it made me happy making it. So it's quite selfish, really. Like, art wasn't even my primary choice, damn it. I wanted to be a scientist. So that's the questions we were given for evaluation pointers, and then evaluating the actual module. So this module, right, we all thought, and I said many times, I didn't want to do this module. I wasn't interested in this module. I'm not a digital artist, blah blah blah. And that was how I kind of went into this. But I also went into it with the general idea I always do, that I am constantly learning. And that constant learning has kind of helped me, because although I didn't want to do it, I was determined to do it. And my constant need to be that kind of high level student, that getting those distinctions over and over and over again, means that I have put my all into it. So I did not cause as many problems as I thought I was going to. And I did not make my tutor want to punch me in the head, which is nice. And quite honestly, it's nice to not be the trouble causer. So I poured as much of myself as I could into this. And yeah, there were some bits where I'm like, yeah, that's great, but how can I do that ethically? Like, yeah, we can build a website, but can I build a website where I'm not putting as much CO2 into the atmosphere? And yeah, I'm happy to look at how to digitize my work, but can we do it in a way that's maybe less invasive? I'm still not entirely happy with having A2 prints of my work for the exhibition, but needs must. So it's definitely been a learning process for me. And I know I've been an issue. I have been an issue. There's been a few times where my jazz whisperer has kind of had to prod me a few times. There's no way I'd have been able to do this without Casey. No way. He has definitely been my rock this year. I don't know what I'm going to do without him. Casey can work for me. So yeah, it's the learning experience has been there. And honestly, the pride of knowing that, yeah, it's, do you know what, it's one page, it's a landing page, it's just some images on a gradient, but do you know what, I made that logo, I put those images on there, I did that gradient, I put everything where it is, I designed it. So whilst it is not the world's most complex website, and I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 people in my class who are going to be doing bigger, better, bell-ringing websites, this website is mine. I did it. You know, a lot of it was like, go in there, right, what do I do? Okay, it's drag and drop. And then go away and do it. You know, I have to admit, I didn't do a lot of work in class. Because it's just not, I don't work well in a classroom environment. I also don't work well in a home environment. Interesting. I work really well in a cafe environment where it's nice and bright and I can have tea brought to me and I don't have to make it. So a lot of work has been done at home, but I mean, I bought a computer because of this module. Because of this module, we're sat having this conversation on a Twitch stream on a webcam and not on my phone. My original stuff was all done on my phone. So because of this module, I have this now. Because of this module, I am buying a better graphics tablet. Because of this module, I want to see if we can upgrade the graphics in the computer. So as far as continual professional development is concerned, this module has pushed me further and has pushed my need to want to learn. Like, sat in the photography print room, and honestly, a lot of what the photography lass said to me went straight over my head. It really did. But I still came home, opened up those digital files, and sat and tried to tweak them in a way that would make them look best on the postcards, and, you know, not digitally change them, not digitally enhance them, but just like crop them and make them so that they're not quite so yellow, because the recycled paper I work with is a little bit more yellow, so just getting that whiteness and that contrast. And actually in a couple of cases literally just making the picture black and white, because although you think it looks black and white on paper, it really isn't once it goes to print. So that's kind of been a huge thing as well. So because of this module, I'm doing things that I would not have done a year ago at all. And actually, because of having a computer, I've managed to sit here and proofread for 4 or 5 different people, because it's easier to proofread on a computer than it is on my phone, which again I wouldn't have if it wasn't for this module. There were definitely some hiccups in the beginning. I feel a little bit for our tutor. She has had a ride. I know that she has struggled a little bit with not getting the help that she has needed as a tutor, and I know that in the beginning she wasn't necessarily told everything that she needed to be told about this particular module. But sorry, I'm just checking. I'm expecting like a Morrison's delivery and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I think that she has also struggled. So it's been interesting. It's definitely been interesting. But we did it. We got through it. She got through it. I got through it. The class, as far as I'm aware, everybody has managed this one without too many problems. So yeah, it's good. There are things I would change if I were to ever do it again. Never doing it again. It's okay. I'm going to go on and do my masters. That's all writing. That's what we're like, writing and research. That's what we're going on to. But I am really thankful for this module, and I'm really thankful for having a neurodivergent tutor. I feel like if I'd have had the tutor that they had last year, I possibly wouldn't have done as well. I think having a neurodivergent tutor who understands the issues that you are facing makes a huge difference. So, and that's it really. Yeah. I'm gonna do an overall evaluation of the course at the end. Still got a couple of weeks left. But as far as professional practice goes, that's it for this stream. So thank you for coming along. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. But yeah, I think I know you lot are looking forward to me getting back to doing some actual art. So that's nice. We've got 2 more weeks of build work, and then we're gonna get back to Dave's cave. So it's all good. I'm gonna cut this one short because obviously somebody has to sit and watch all of these. So I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Thank you all my little tadpoles for coming along, and I will see you later. How do I end it on this screen? I'm on the wrong screen. Wait. There we go. Now I'll see you later. Right, I'll see you all later.